What grade was that then? So you got the clout in what?
Probably my senior year, junior, senior year. Yeah.
Okay. What about as a freshman and sophomore?
Freshman, I didn't talk to anybody. So I lost all my friends freshman year, actually. So
because they went to different schools?
No, we all went to, so I had a lot of friends in middle school. We were all super tight, all this stuff. And then freshman year came, everybody went the drug route. And I didn't. And I didn't go the alcohol route. I didn't go to like freshman year, I started going to parties, but I wouldn't drink.
Yeah.
I didn't drink till I was 21. But I never like pushed that on anybody. I was just like, oh no, I'm good. Like I never like from my perspective, I never looked down on anybody for that, like any of that stuff. But I just stopped getting invited. You know what I mean? To stuff like that. So my freshman year was pretty lame. Like freshman year was my best school year because I just did nothing but school and then like hung out after. You know what I mean? I didn't have like no friends, but I lost like most of my friends that year just because they went a different route than I did. Sophomore year, I don't remember sophomore year at all. But junior, senior year is when a new kind of group formed, you know? Like, I became really good friends with Kip. Like,
and Kip was in your school?
Yeah, Kip's a year older than me. So he was in my brother's grade. So he was a year ahead of me. But then after high school, like, actually, junior, senior year, I found a really good group. Like, we were... And it was like, I wasn't like a popular kid, but everybody knew who I was. If that makes sense? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it wasn't like a weird hierarchy thing. They just knew who I was, I think. Which is weird because I didn't know anybody, to be honest with you. I hated school. I was miserable every minute I was there. So I didn't talk to people. My goal was to get in and get out as soon as possible. And then especially when I got the full-time job at a production company, I was like, I'm done with this crap. Like, I was out of there. I just hated it. And oh my gosh, I had one teacher, Miss Krug. Shout out to Miss Krug. Oh my gosh. I had an 8 a.m. class with her senior year. I think I showed up on time 3 times the whole year.
Solid.
And she did not care. She just let me do it because she knew it was like a physics class or something. And I was just like, I think I even told her at one point, I'm like, listen, this is not gonna help me ever. And she was like, yep, you're right, it's not. Like, literally, that's what she said to me. She was a rock star. And she just, like, let me show up late and didn't care, never marked me. Like, it was awesome.
So, socially, first couple of years, you were...
Yeah, kind of rough.
MIA.
Yeah, but not...
Last couple of years,
I never, like, felt like I didn't have friends. Like, I just hated high school. So I just wanted to get in and get out as quickly as possible.
But was there any ever, like, bad situations, like... being actually like bullied or anything like that?
Oh, no.
Or was it never that fun?
No, not at all.
Okay.
No, dude, I wasn't like a loner. I always had friends.
I don't think you have to be a loner to get bullied in high school. Kids are brutal.
Yeah. No, I was just like, I just hated it. So I didn't want to talk to people. I didn't want to enjoy high school. I just wanted to get out of the freaking place. Like, if I could have, dude, I begged my parents since middle school to be homeschooled. Oh my gosh. And that's not me. That's not like a social thing. I just hated school. I was like, I could just do this on my own time, do it quick, and then not waste my entire day every single day. I was like...
It's true. I mean, I think that school is for some people. It's not for everybody. And
it is for some people, I'm sure.
Yeah, because there's some people that need guidance and don't understand what structure is and would be a lost cause without it. And then there's other people that are... self-motivated enough and maybe a few years ahead that are just like, okay, well, this is a little bit of a waste of my time. My best friend in high school did the same Penn Foster high school program once he figured out that I did it and how like quick and easy it was to be able to just get it done with and get to working. And he did the same thing. I think he skipped his senior year probably, or maybe he skipped his last 2, but I fell into a weird spot, like 7th, 8th, 9th grade. I was the popular kids, most popular kids in your school or any school are probably what? The athletes.
Yeah.
That's always probably going to be how it is, right?
Yeah.
So you had a couple good athletes in my grade, and I wish I had a better memory of this because I feel like I was friends with them at one point, and then I was getting too good at all of the sports that they were good at. This was the problem. Is I was equally as good as them in all of the sports, But then I also had the motocross thing. So then they're like, oh, this is not cool.
Dude, so
like this guy also freaking rides dirt bikes, and then he's hanging with us in basketball and football and all this other stuff.
Dirt bikes were the biggest hindrance to my popularity.
Really?
Dude, people thought it was the dumbest thing ever.
Oh, see, dirt bikes was the reason I was, I think, cool.
That's insane to me.
Yep.
People, I never got bullied, but people would give me crap for the dirt bike thing. Because riding a dirt bike's freaking hard. Really hard. Especially to race, because at the time I was racing, but it looks like a piece of cake. So everyone's like, that's not a real sport. Like, all these people who, like, played sports in high school and played football and played soccer or whatever.
They said the same thing to me, too.
It's just hilarious
I raced at a high level, so I think everybody thought that was cool. And then the athletes were the ones that were, like, really trying to, like, be like, oh, well, that's not a sport. But then when I was good at the actual sports, that's when it became a problem.
Yeah.
So then I formed a couple arch nemesis, and to this day,
they're probably jealous as heck now, aren't they?
I mean, I don't know what they're up to now. I hope they're doing well.
Yeah.
But there was a set of twins, the old Flipchick brothers, and they were good at they were decent at basketball. I remember them being definitely a little bit of ball hogs, but they were well-rounded athletes. Like they were like myself. There were John Clark. There was a couple kids in our grade that were really good at pretty much all, and Dom, my good buddy Dom turned into one of those people too, where every sport we were pretty good at. And we would go and play football because our high school was too small. We didn't have a football team, but we would play football at recess in middle school, and then we would play football after school in like my friend's front yard, which was a football freaking field. Like, really? I swear to God, it was a football field. It was the perfect size for to have a pickup football game. And we played tackle.
Nice. Or
it might not have been tackle, but it was tackle. Like, it was two-hand touch, but tackling was definitely allowed. So every day I would ride my bike to school.
Nice.
And
thug.
Like, I didn't have high school days, right? So this is
right.
seven. I'm referring back to 7th, 8th grade.
Yeah.
And even I think about freshman high school, I don't think I had my license yet.
We all rode longboards to school in middle school. Actually.
Oh, really?
That was our thing. Anyway.
So, and I lived pretty far from school, and I would just ride my bike to school, and then after school, I'd ride my bike to Adam Hunt's house. Shout out Adam Hunt. And oh no, it was actually in front of Mike Berube dad's house, and Adam Hunt, the Flipchick brothers, Justin Cahill, John Clark, all of us, Dom, I think, would go. I hope some of these guys are listening to this. That would be pretty funny.
Yeah.
And we would have pickup games of football that were supposed to be touch football, and they were always tackle, and every single day there was a brawl. Can you picture for a second, in a front yard,
a bunch of middle schoolers
getting in fistfights every day? There was a big fight, and I don't ever remember there being a parent involved.
That's awesome.
There was never, ever, ever any parents. I don't know if there was parents that lived inside that house. I don't know where they were. I don't know where everybody else's parents were, but we would go there, play some hardcore football, and every day somebody would get in a fight.
That's hilarious.
It was epic.
That's the best.
And then eventually that turned into the arch rival of me versus the Flipchick brothers. The only fight I've ever gotten into is with both of them at the same time. And then then I just kind of went away, like at that point I was 16 and I traveled
Yeah. Traveled the world.
So I don't know what a lot of the people from my town are up to. I lived in a really small town, but at the same time the school systems were extremely good, I think. And I'm pretty sure there was a lot of smart kids in my town that likely did probably halfway decent. But then you had the other half, that the kids that will never leave the town, which they all kind of we were 26, 27 now. Like, all of them have turned into adults that are nice. Like, even the kids that were like punks and just losers at the time when we were 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th grade, they're all like good kids now.
Right. So I've been thinking while you've been talking, just to clarify my stance on high school, and because you asked about the popularity thing, I didn't know how to answer it. I think I was friends with everybody, but not close friends with anyone.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Whereas at school, I wasn't the kid, you know what I mean? Anyway,
So you never went to a party and like in let's say sixth, maybe seventh. We'll say seventh grade. You never went to a party and played spin the bottle.
I don't know. I can't remember. To be
Oh
honest
my
with you.
God.
I don't know.
Those were the days.
Those were the days.
If you guys are enjoying these podcast clips and you want to watch full episodes, you can subscribe at club.themotoacademy.com.